Good evening, this is The Rundown, where headlines hit harder, stories go deeper, and the truth doesn't hide behind the noise. I'm Brian Taylor, and in the next few minutes, we're cutting through the clutter to bring you what matters most: fast, clear, and unfiltered news. From power moves in politics to breakthroughs shaping our world, this isn't just the news, this is The Rundown. Before we dive in, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment. It also helps the channel. And if you're curious about the gear, books, and tools we trust, check out our top picks in the Linktree in the description below. Now, let's dive into the video. Trump and Musk, from allies to adversaries inside the rift that shook Washington. What began as a powerful alliance between Donald Trump and Elon Musk has dramatically unraveled, exposing deep divisions and personal animosity. Behind closed doors, sources say Trump was reeling after Musk publicly criticized him and even suggested impeachment. In phone calls with confidants, Trump dismissed Musk as a heavy drug user, reportedly citing media coverage of Musk's ketamine use and concerns raised by the White House over his behavior. Despite the personal jabs, Trump unexpectedly kept a calm and restrained demeanor in public. Instead of launching his usual scathing social media assaults, he advised his team, including Vice President J.D. Vance, to stay calm and avoid adding fuel to the fire. But the split didn't emerge overnight. Insiders revealed that tensions had been simmering for months. Musk's aggressive style and disruptive tactics clashed with the administration's goals. He reportedly butted heads with top staffers, including Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, and even had a physical altercation with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Musk's push to overhaul federal programs through his DOGE initiative caused friction, and his attempt to slash government spending alienated cabinet members and sparked protests nationwide. Cracks in the alliance deepened after a botched campaign in Wisconsin, where Musk funneled money into a Supreme Court race that ended in failure. His increasingly outspoken criticism of Trump's economic policies, especially over tariffs, added fuel to the fire. Musk publicly ridiculed key Trump allies like Peter Navarro and demanded changes the administration wasn't ready to make. Then came the breaking point. During a heated meeting in the Oval Office, Musk and Bessent reportedly came to blows. According to witnesses, Musk slammed into Bessent, who struck back, prompting staff members to intervene and separate the two. Even Trump, known for tolerating chaos, reportedly said, "This is too much." After that, Musk stepped back from his DC duties, claiming he wanted to focus on Tesla. But while he was away, opponents inside the administration moved against him. Jared Isaacman, Musk's choice for NASA administrator, was dropped after Trump was shown Isaacman's past donations to Democrats, an unforgivable offense in MAGA world. Musk suspected longtime Trump advisor Sergio Gore of leaking damaging stories to the press. Their feud escalated as Gore worked behind the scenes to undermine Musk's influence. Despite all this, Trump and Musk tried to maintain appearances. Briefly, Trump even awarded Musk a ceremonial key at a farewell event. But days later, the tension boiled over online. Musk torched Trump's legislative agenda and rallied Republicans to reject a bill Musk claimed would hurt Tesla. That prompted Trump to finally speak out. During an Oval Office appearance, he called Musk's comments disappointing and hinted the friendship was likely over. By the next day, any hope of reconciliation had faded. Trump told aides he was done with Musk and even considered selling his Tesla. Musk didn't hold back either. He doubled down on his attacks, even reviving unverified claims about Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, and floated the idea of starting a new political movement, the America Party. Insiders close to both men say there's still a sliver of hope for reconciliation, but even if they patch things up, the relationship will never be the same. Despite a temporary pause in their public hostilities, the rift between Donald Trump and Elon Musk appears far from over, with insiders warning that the uneasy truce is fragile and the future of their alliance remains completely uncertain. In an interview over the weekend, Trump made it clear he has no plans to reconcile with Musk, brushing off any notion of a conversation. "I'm too busy," he said bluntly. He went on to slam Musk's recent behavior as very disrespectful, particularly toward the presidency. "You don't disrespect the office of the president," Trump warned, doubling down on earlier remarks. Trump's comments follow a week of explosive back and forths, during which Musk took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to post, and then later delete, a series of pretty scathing remarks. Among the most inflammatory was a now-deleted tweet suggesting Trump's name appeared in Epstein-related files and calling for the former president's impeachment. Those posts triggered a political firestorm, prompting Musk's aides and Trump's team to scramble behind the scenes in an effort to de-escalate. By Friday, cooler heads had briefly prevailed, with intermediaries arranging a ceasefire of sorts. "He's stopped posting, but that doesn't mean he's happy," a Trump aide cautioned, underscoring just how tenuous the détente really is. Tensions remain high, especially as Trump hinted that he's reconsidering federal subsidies Musk's companies receive, a move he claims he'll make only if it's fair. But fairness seems pretty relative in a feud that has quickly spiraled from private discontent to public spectacle. To further stoke the flames, Trump allegedly referred to Musk as a big-time drug addict during private conversations, questioning his erratic behavior and referencing the billionaire's admitted use of ketamine to manage depression. Reports also claim Musk used the substance frequently enough on the campaign trail that it began affecting his health, raising concerns even among some of his allies. This marks a staggering collapse of a once close relationship. Musk had previously served as a behind-the-scenes influencer in Trump's camp, a kind of tweeter-in-chief whose platforms amplified MAGA messaging. Now, those same platforms are being weaponized against the former president, turning their fallout into, a digital civil war with billion-dollar stakes. While Trump continues to lob verbal grenades and Musk dials back his posts, at least for now, political allies are growing uneasy. Senator J.D. Vance, a close Trump ally, has remained conspicuously silent, especially after Musk's Epstein post. Some insiders speculate Vance is trying to avoid picking a side too early, a move one strategist compared to a Game of Thrones tactic. With both men known for their volatility and massive online followings, many in Washington are bracing for what comes next. Aides say the two could still patch things up if their interests align again, but with Trump threatening consequences, and Musk holding financial leverage over Republican campaign efforts, the feud may only be entering a more dangerous phase. As if the drama between Donald Trump and Elon Musk couldn't escalate further, Musk has now taken things to an entirely new level by floating the idea of launching a rival political party. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO turned political agitator conducted a poll on his platform X, asking his more than 220 million followers if America needed a new political party that actually represents the 80% in the middle. The answer? A resounding yes, with around 80% of users voting in favor. Musk's takeaway: the people have spoken, this is fate. He even offered a potential name for his hypothetical party, the America Party, a nod to his 2024 super PAC, America PAC, which had previously spent nearly $200 million to support Trump's return to the White House. That PAC, fueled in large part by Musk's donations, had made him Trump's biggest financial backer in the last election cycle. But now that once powerful alliance is in shambles. Tensions exploded after Musk publicly opposed Trump's prized Big Beautiful Bill, calling it an abomination and urging followers to destroy the bill by contacting their lawmakers. Trump, furious over the pushback, fired back by warning that Musk would face very serious consequences if he dared to support Democratic candidates. If he does that, he'll have to pay the consequences, Trump ominously told NBC News, refusing to elaborate further. Musk wasn't done. In a series of posts, many of which were deleted shortly after, he endorsed the idea that Trump should be impeached and even suggested that J.D. Vance replace him as the party's new standard-bearer. Most controversial of all, Musk implied that Trump was mentioned in Epstein-related files, which he claimed explained the lack of transparency around their release. While no evidence was offered, and the post quickly vanished, the accusation marked a turning point in their feud, drawing condemnation from Trump loyalists and silence from GOP figures like Vance, who now find themselves stuck between two of the most powerful and unpredictable forces in right-wing politics. Trump, on the other hand, brushed off the notion of engaging with Musk and took a jab at the tech mogul's erratic behavior. Elon was wearing thin, he posted on Truth Social. He also claimed that he had asked Musk to leave the White House long before their rift became public. This bitter feud has captivated social media and Washington alike, with headlines chronicling their war of words and political maneuvering. The two former allies, once united by power and mutual influence, are now tearing each other down in what has become a digital civil war. Still, not everyone believes the split will last. Republican Representative Jimmy Patronis of Florida downplayed the drama, telling NewsNation, "Elon Musk is not going to create a new political party. Give it a month, these guys will be hanging around again." It's a sentiment shared by many in D. But whether this is just another bump in a volatile friendship or the birth of a genuine third-party movement remains to be seen. One thing is clear: Musk isn't backing down, and Trump isn't forgetting. What began as a policy disagreement has spiraled into a political firestorm, with global consequences. As the Trump-Musk saga played out across social media, tensions escalated when Elon Musk posted a series of inflammatory claims, then swiftly backtracked. By Saturday morning, several of Musk's most explosive posts had mysteriously vanished from his platform, X. Among them was a now-deleted claim that former President Donald Trump had ties to Jeffrey Epstein's secretive files, a bold accusation made without evidence. By Saturday morning, some of Musk's most controversial posts had quietly disappeared from his platform, X. Another now-removed message showed Musk endorsing a call for Trump's impeachment and suggesting that Vice President J.D. Vance should take his place. That too disappeared from X with no explanation. The sudden deletions raised questions about whether Musk was advised to pull back, or simply had a change of heart. While the White House declined to comment, political insiders noted this as yet another unpredictable twist in the crumbling alliance between two of the country's most powerful figures. Vice President J.D. Vance, attempting to calm the storm, appeared on a podcast with comedian Theo Von. He downplayed the drama, chalking up Musk's online behavior to emotion. Elon's an emotional guy. He was frustrated. He made a mistake going after Trump like that. But others weren't so forgiving. Trump allies pointed to the incident as proof that Musk couldn't be trusted to stay on message, or loyal. What made the feud even more striking was just how quickly things had unraveled. Less than 2 weeks prior, Trump had publicly thanked Musk at a farewell event, marking the end of his tenure as head of the Department of Government Efficiency, a post Trump had created for him. But the fallout over Trump's spending plan, the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill, turned admiration into animosity. Musk had slammed the legislation, calling it an abomination and urging his massive online following to pressure lawmakers into destroying it. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt dismissed Musk's Epstein accusations outright, suggesting the posts were motivated by bitterness. This is an unfortunate episode from Elon, who is clearly upset the bill doesn't cater to his wish list, she told CNN. Meanwhile, Musk's apparent efforts to walk back the more incendiary claims did little to ease the friction. His deleted posts were already screenshotted, circulated, and dissected in media coverage across the country. Elon Musk, the world's richest man, has ignited a very public and potentially devastating feud with one of the world's most powerful figures, President Donald Trump. What began as political disagreement has rapidly escalated into a personal and professional Cold War, threatening the foundations of Musk's business empire, including SpaceX and Tesla. The conflict exploded after Musk, who had recently completed a 4-month stint in Trump's administration as head of the Department of Government Efficiency, began openly criticizing the president's signature tax and spending bill, the so-called Big Beautiful Bill. Musk denounced it as a disgusting abomination, despite having shared the Oval Office just days prior with Trump during a Golden Key farewell ceremony. "I'm very surprised and disappointed," the president said during a press event with German Chancellor Friedrich Merz. "Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore." That disappointment quickly morphed into something more severe. Trump fired back on Truth Social, labeling Musk crazy and suggesting the United States could save billions and billions by canceling his federal contracts. A not-so-subtle threat aimed directly at SpaceX, which holds over $22 billion in government agreements. Musk, in turn, used his own platform X to escalate the fight, suggesting Trump would have lost the 2024 election without him backing posts calling for Trump's impeachment, and even reviving long-disputed claims linking Trump to Jeffrey Epstein. Some of those controversial posts were deleted shortly afterward, but, honestly, the damage was done. As the online war raged, real-world consequences began to mount. Tesla stock took a beating, dropping 14% in a single day, a staggering $150 billion loss in market value. Tesla's stock has dropped 20% so far this year, still struggling to recover from the fallout surrounding Elon Musk's involvement in political controversies. The social media fight has put enormous pressure on Tesla stock, wrote analysts from Wedbush Securities. This has raised concerns that Trump, once an ally, could now turn into a major regulatory threat to Musk's companies. Analysts also noted that both men rely on each other in significant ways. If they reconcile, it could ease investor anxiety and bring some stability back to the market. But, some investors aren't so optimistic. Ross Gerber, a longtime Tesla backer, publicly blasted Musk on X for tanking the stock through ego and political gamesmanship. "Trump is an angry and vindictive man who doesn't forget a slight," Gerber posted. "This doesn't get solved unless Elon publicly apologizes." He added sarcastically, "So Tesla investors are down $140 billion over this breakup, about how much Musk claimed he saved the government." As the tit-for-tat played out on Thursday, Gerber pleaded for someone to take the phone away from him, referring to Musk, frustrated at watching billions evaporate in real time. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt defended the president's stance, but acknowledged Musk's right to advocate for his companies. He's back to running his businesses, and as a businessman, he has the right to speak for them, she said on Fox News' Hannity. But President Trump has a responsibility to fight for the American people. Despite the drama, many warn that if Trump carries through on threats to pull federal contracts, the consequences for national infrastructure could be, pretty dire. Space policy expert Mark Whittington warned that canceling SpaceX programs like Dragon, NASA's primary crew transport to the International Space Station, would be catastrophic. If SpaceX goes offline, we're back to relying on Russian Soyuz capsules. That would be a major setback. Indeed, SpaceX has become a linchpin in the United States space program since NASA ended the shuttle era, with Dragon being the only American vehicle capable of carrying astronauts to orbit. A move against Musk could jeopardize that progress, but, it might also backfire on Trump's ability to govern effectively. Still, some insiders believe this could all be a high-stakes negotiation tactic from Trump. If you take the art of the deal seriously, this could just be Trump playing hardball, said Republican strategist Chris Johnson. There were indications the political tension might be easing on Friday. Musk seemed to show a willingness to reconcile by liking a post from billionaire investor Bill Ackman, who called on both men to make peace for the good of the country. But Trump himself poured cold water on the idea of speaking with Musk anytime soon. "I probably won't talk to him for a while," Trump told CNN's Dana Bash, "but I do wish him well." Still, Tesla shares rebounded slightly, up 5%, amid cautious optimism that the feud might fizzle out before permanent damage is done. If Elon can find a way to make peace, this will be a short blip, said GOP strategist Brian Sechik. But if this call goes bad or never happens at all, Trump will look for every angle to hit Musk where it hurts, in the wallet. The Rundown will keep you informed as we learn more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.